Several Russian women whose partners have been sent to the front line to fight in Ukraine have appealed to President Putin to return their men home. This calls demanding the return of loved ones from Ukraine, where thousands of Russian soldiers have been mobilized to fight in the ongoing conflict, have increased in recent times. In September 2022, Russian President Vladimir Putin ordered a partial mobilization, drafting over 300,000 reservists to fight in Ukraine. In November 2023, about 30 women gathered in Moscow's Central Theater Square, urging authorities to let the mobilized go home. Police quickly dispersed the group, but supporters of the way home continued to draw attention to the issue, laying flowers at the Eternal Flame monument outside the Kremlin walls on the Patriotic Day of Heroes of the Fatherland holiday. Women, including wives, mothers and girlfriends of mobilized soldiers, have taken to the street, holding protests and rallies to demand their men's safe return. Just a few days ahead of Putin's annual end-of-year direct line call-in show, which is scheduled to take place on Thursday, Putin will answer questions from a carefully vetted audience of journalists and members of the public. Two women who have recorded a video message asking questions about their loved ones will return and demand an immediate solution and justice. Anastasia Slavik, whose husband was conscripted in 2022, in a video message said, and I quote, "We are not asking for a second round of mobilization. We are asking for justice for our conscripted men. They deserve to be at home with their families." Yelena Trofimova, whose son was conscripted in the army in 2022 of September, also bemoaned the length of time he had spent at the front line in her video message to Putin. People who fought in Afghanistan spent 2 years there, where there was conflict in Chechnya. It was 1 year. Even the first prisoners who went to the special military operation returned home 6 months later. When will there be a demobilization for civilians? She quizzed. Maria Andreeva, a famous activist, a conscript's wife, and one of the key members of the Way Home movement, has been deemed a foreign agent by the Russian government and has been forced to quit her job in August. The Kremlin has denied suggestion of a second wave of mobilization. Putin, who said 617,000 Russian troops were deployed in Ukraine, acknowledged at his marathon news conference last week that public concern over a new draft was a burning issue, while insisting there's no need for one now. While surveys by the Moscow-based Levada Center show that about 3/4 of Russians support the invasion, some 60% also worry the war may lead to a general mobilization. A majority say they favor peace negotiations to end the conflict. As the world watches, it's becoming clear that the true heroes of this story are not the Russian soldiers fighting a war, but the women who dare to challenge the status quo, who refuse to be silenced, and who demand justice for their loved ones. I stand with these women. So should you. Let us know your thoughts about this in the comment section. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the News God for more intriguing stories around the world.